Have you ever felt like your healthy choices might be backfiring? As we grow older, we're constantly told to eat more vegetables. But what if some of them are doing more harm than good? The truth is, not all vegetables are friendly to aging digestive systems. Some can cause unexpected issues like bloating, joint pain, or even kidney stones, especially if your body isn't processing food as efficiently as it used to. In this video, we're going to explore 5 vegetables that seniors should think twice about, not because they're inherently bad, but because they can create unnecessary strain on your body over time. From leafy greens that block calcium absorption to common staples that may trigger inflammation, we'll walk you through which veggies to watch out for and what to eat instead. If you've ever dealt with bloating after meals, nagging joint pain, or stomach discomfort that doesn't seem to have a cause, your vegetable choices might be the hidden link. But don't worry, this isn't just about avoiding certain foods. It's about making smarter, gentler swaps that help you feel lighter, more comfortable, and more energized every day. Let's dive in. Your body might thank you. Spinach is often praised as a superfood, loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. But for older adults, especially those prone to kidney stones or low calcium absorption, spinach and other high oxalate greens can quietly be doing more harm than good. Oxalates are naturally occurring compounds found in many vegetables. When consumed in high amounts, they can bind with calcium in your gut and form hard crystals that may eventually turn into kidney stones. If you've ever suffered through one, you know how painful and disruptive they can be. And while not everyone is sensitive to oxalates, seniors with a history of kidney stones or poor mineral absorption are especially vulnerable. Take Grace Rivers, for example. At 72, she was eating spinach salads every day, thinking she was doing everything right. But she kept getting recurring kidney stones. Her doctor finally suggested cutting back on oxalate-rich foods, and that simple switch made all the difference. Grace replaced spinach with romaine lettuce, bok choy and kale, still nutritious, but gentler on the kidneys, and hasn't had another issue since. But the concern goes beyond kidney stones. Oxalates also interfere with how well your body absorbs calcium. And as we age, calcium becomes increasingly essential, not just for bone strength, but also for heart health and muscle function. If you're eating a calcium-rich diet but still experiencing signs of deficiency, oxalate-heavy vegetables like spinach could be part of the reason. When oxalates bind with calcium in the gut, they create compounds your body can't use, which are then excreted instead of absorbed. So, what should you do? First, you don't have to ban spinach entirely. Moderation is key. If you enjoy it, try not to rely on it as your main leafy green every day. Rotate in other options like mustard greens, arugula, or butter lettuce, which are much lower in oxalates but still rich in flavor and nutrients. You can also pair oxalate foods with calcium-rich ingredients. For example, adding a bit of cheese or yogurt to your meal to help minimize the oxalate impact. And don't forget about preparation methods. Boiling spinach can reduce oxalate levels significantly, since many of these compounds leach into the water. Just be sure to drain the cooking water thoroughly. Ultimately, it's about listening to your body. If you've experienced kidney stones, unexplained fatigue, or issues related to bone health, take a look at the greens you're eating. Making a small shift away from high oxalate veggies like spinach could give your body the support it needs to stay strong and pain-free as you age. Onions and garlic have been staples in kitchens for centuries, beloved for their bold flavors and health-boosting compounds. But while they may make meals more delicious, these powerful ingredients can also wreak havoc on sensitive digestive systems, especially when eaten raw and especially for older adults. For many seniors, raw onions and garlic are a hidden source of discomfort. They contain sulfur compounds and fermentable fibers known as fructans, which can be challenging for aging guts to process. These compounds can ferment in the digestive tract, leading to gas, bloating, and even irritation of the stomach lining. And if you've ever felt that sudden pressure or discomfort after eating a fresh onion-laced salad or a garlicky dip, you're not imagining things. Your body might be reacting to these intense ingredients. One of the lesser-known issues with raw onions and garlic is their ability to trigger acid reflux. They can relax the lower esophageal sphincter, the muscle that keeps stomach acid from rising into the throat. This can cause a burning sensation, chest discomfort, or that all-too-familiar taste in the mouth after meals. For older adults who already struggle with GERD or indigestion, raw alliums can be a serious trigger. Let's take the example of Jack Sullivan, 68, who enjoyed a daily chopped onion salad with his lunch. Over time, he began noticing persistent acid reflux and bloating. He assumed it was just part of getting older, until a nutritionist suggested trying his onions cooked instead of raw. That small change dramatically reduced his discomfort. Now, he sautés his onions and enjoys the flavor without the burn. Garlic presents similar challenges. While it offers potential immune-boosting benefits, it's also high in fructans. These carbohydrates can be difficult to digest for individuals with IBS or sensitive stomachs. The gut bacteria them quickly, creating gas and bloating that can last for hours. In some cases, garlic may even contribute to diarrhea or sharp stomach pains. So, does that mean you have to give up these flavorful foods entirely? Not at all. Cooking makes a big difference. When onions and garlic are roasted, sautéed, or simmered, many of their harsher compounds break down, making them far easier on your system. Garlic-infused oils, for example, can provide the flavor without the fibrous compounds that cause digestive distress. Likewise, using caramelized onions in place of raw ones can give your meals a rich, sweet taste without the bloat. If you've been dealing with acid reflux, bloating, or unexpected stomach discomfort, it might be worth taking a closer look at how you're preparing your alliums. Your body changes with age, and adapting your diet, even just slightly, can lead to major improvements in how you feel every day. Corn may seem like a harmless, even nostalgic, part of many meals. Whether it's sweet corn on the cob, popcorn at the movies, or tortillas at dinner. But for many seniors, corn and other starchy vegetables can be surprisingly tough on the digestive system, leading to bloating, sluggishness, and even blood sugar concerns. One of the reasons corn can cause issues is its outer layer of cellulose, a type of fiber that the human body can't fully break down. As we age and our digestive efficiency declines, this undigestible fiber can become even more problematic. You might notice that corn seems to pass through your system almost unchanged. And that's not just your imagination. It often doesn't fully digest, leaving you feeling heavy or uncomfortable after eating. Let's take Maya Thompson, age 70. She enjoyed popcorn almost every evening as a snack while watching TV. But over time, she began experiencing intense bloating and discomfort. After speaking with her doctor, she learned that the tough texture of popcorn, along with its sharp kernel fragments, was irritating her digestive tract. Particularly because she had mild diverticulosis, a condition where small pouches form in the colon. When she switched to softer snacks like sliced cucumber or roasted chickpeas, her digestion improved noticeably. Corn isn't the only culprit. Other starchy vegetables, especially when eaten in large quantities, can sit heavily in the stomach. And while starches like corn provide energy, they also have a high glycemic index, meaning they convert quickly into sugar in the bloodstream. For seniors managing blood sugar, insulin resistance, or diabetes, this can be a real concern. Even though corn is a natural food, it can still spike blood sugar levels if not eaten in moderation. The takeaway: corn isn't necessarily bad, but it may not be the best fit as a daily staple, especially for those with slower digestion or metabolic concerns. If you notice bloating, incomplete digestion, or fatigue after eating corn-heavy meals, your body may be trying to tell you something. So what are the better alternatives? Consider replacing corn with lower starch, easier to digest vegetables like zucchini, cooked carrots, or bell peppers. These offer vibrant flavors and important nutrients without the digestive drawbacks. Sweet potatoes can also be a smarter starch swap. They're more gentle on the gut and have a lower glycemic index than corn. Also, how you prepare these foods matters. Avoid eating large quantities of corn in its raw or minimally processed form, like popcorn or corn salad. Instead, choose small portions of well-cooked corn, and pair them with fiber-balanced foods like leafy greens to help slow down digestion and avoid blood sugar spikes. In the end, it's all about balance. Listening to your body, tracking how you feel after meals, and making simple swaps can help you stay comfortable, energized, and in control of your health, without giving up the flavors you love. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts are often hailed as nutritional powerhouses. They're rich in fiber, antioxidants, and important vitamins like C and K. But despite their health benefits, these veggies can be surprisingly hard on the digestive systems of older adults, and sometimes even contribute to issues like bloating, discomfort, and thyroid imbalance. Why do these superfoods cause problems? It all comes down to how they interact with your gut. Cruciferous vegetables are high in fiber and sulfur compounds, which, while good for the body in moderation, can be difficult to break down, especially for seniors with slower digestion. As your digestive tract ages, it becomes less efficient at handling certain complex carbohydrates. When these fibers ferment in the gut, they create gas, leading to bloating, pressure, and abdominal discomfort. Take Nora James, for instance. At 66, she enjoyed a big cabbage salad every afternoon, thinking it was doing wonders for her health. But she often felt sluggish and overly full afterward, sometimes with sharp cramps. After reducing her uptake and switching to gentler options like roasted carrots and zucchini, she noticed a big improvement in her energy and digestion. Another concern with cruciferous veggies is a compound called goitrogens. These substances can interfere with iodine absorption, which may negatively impact thyroid function. For seniors with hypothyroidism or other thyroid concerns, eating large quantities of raw cruciferous vegetables could be making things worse, often without realizing it. Even if you don't have a diagnosed thyroid condition, excessive consumption over time could contribute to fatigue, weight changes, or hormonal imbalance. So, does this mean you should toss your broccoli and Brussels sprouts in the trash? Absolutely not. These vegetables still offer valuable nutrients. But how much you eat and how you prepare them can make all the difference. Cooking cruciferous vegetables helps soften the fibers and reduce their gas-producing effects. Lightly steaming or roasting them, instead of eating them raw, can significantly ease digestion. Also, sticking to smaller portions can help your body better manage these complex foods without overwhelming your system. And remember, if your body is giving you signs like persistent bloating, cramping, or fatigue after meals, don't ignore them. Cruciferous vegetables may not be the sole cause, but they're a good place to start experimenting. Try taking a short break from them, then reintroduce them in cooked, smaller amounts and see how you feel. If you're looking for easier alternatives, vegetables like bell peppers, carrots, or zucchini offer plenty of nutrition with less digestive effort. They're lighter on the gut and less likely to interfere with thyroid function. Ultimately, it's about personalization. No one diet works for everyone, especially as we age. Paying attention to how cruciferous vegetables affect you personally can lead to better comfort, more energy, and a stronger sense of control over your health. Nightshade vegetables, including tomatoes, potatoes, eggplants, and peppers, are staples in many diets and are celebrated for their nutritional benefits. However, concerns have been raised about their potential effects on inflammation and certain health conditions, particularly in seniors. Nutritional benefits: nightshades are rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. For instance, tomatoes provide lycopene, which may support heart health, while peppers are high in vitamin C, beneficial for the immune system. Eggplants contain anthocyanins, compounds with antioxidant properties. These nutrients contribute to overall health and can be particularly advantageous for seniors aiming to maintain a balanced diet. Inflammation and arthritis concerns: some individuals believe that nightshade vegetables may exacerbate inflammation, especially in conditions like arthritis. This concern is primarily due to the presence of alkaloids such as solanine. However, current scientific evidence does not substantiate a direct link between nightshade consumption and increased inflammation or arthritis symptoms. The Arthritis Foundation notes that no studies have proven that nightshades trigger arthritis flares. Nonetheless, some people with arthritis report symptom relief upon eliminating these foods from their diets. Individual sensitivities: while nightshades are safe for most people, individual reactions can vary. Some seniors may experience sensitivities or allergic reactions to these vegetables, leading to digestive discomfort or other symptoms. In rare cases, allergies to specific nightshade vegetables can occur, presenting symptoms such as skin rashes or itching. Recommendations for seniors: monitor personal reactions. Pay attention to how your body responds after consuming nightshade vegetables. If you notice adverse effects, consider reducing or eliminating them from your diet. Consult healthcare providers before making significant dietary changes. Discuss with a healthcare professional, especially if you have existing health conditions like arthritis. Balanced diet: incorporate a variety of vegetables into your meals to ensure a broad intake of nutrients. If avoiding nightshades, seek alternative sources for the vitamins and minerals they provide. In conclusion, while nightshade vegetables offer numerous health benefits, it's essential for seniors to be mindful of their individual health conditions and responses. Making informed dietary choices in consultation with healthcare providers can help maintain overall well-being. Tomatoes, potatoes, eggplants, and peppers. These nightshade vegetables are colorful, flavorful, and found in everything from salads to stews. But for some older adults, these seemingly innocent staples could be silently contributing to joint pain, inflammation, and digestive issues. The concern lies in alkaloids, naturally occurring compounds in nightshades like solanine and tomatine. While safe in small amounts, these substances have been linked to digestive irritation and inflammation in sensitive individuals. For seniors already dealing with arthritis or chronic inflammation, nightshades might be an overlooked trigger. Consider the story of Owen Carter, 75. He had been struggling with persistent joint stiffness and flare-ups in his knees. After trying various treatments with no relief, he read about the potential link between nightshades and inflammation. Skeptical but curious, he eliminated tomatoes, potatoes, and peppers from his meals for 2 weeks. To his surprise, the aching subsided. When he reintroduced those foods, the stiffness returned. That simple dietary experiment gave him control over his discomfort and a new awareness of how food affects his body. While scientific studies have yet to confirm a direct cause and effect relationship between nightshades and arthritis, anecdotal evidence is strong. The Arthritis Foundation acknowledges that many people report improvement in symptoms after cutting out these vegetables, even if researchers haven't pinpointed the exact mechanism. Beyond joint pain, nightshades can cause acid reflux and digestive upset for some people. Tomatoes and peppers are acidic, which can aggravate conditions like GERD. If you've noticed heartburn after enjoying a spicy tomato sauce or bell pepper stir-fry, the acidity might be the reason. Potatoes pose another problem, especially white potatoes. They're high on the glycemic index, meaning they can quickly spike blood sugar levels. For seniors managing diabetes or insulin resistance, frequent potato consumption might make it harder to maintain stable glucose levels. This doesn't mean all potatoes are off the table. Sweet potatoes are a gentler alternative, with more fiber and a lower glycemic impact. So what can you do? First, recognize that nightshades aren't bad for everyone. Many people eat them regularly without issues. But if you're experiencing joint pain, bloating, or acid reflux, try removing nightshades from your diet for a few weeks and monitor how you feel. Second, opt for alternatives. Swap tomatoes for cooked beets or roasted red peppers, which are less acidic when peeled and cooked. Replace white potatoes with mashed cauliflower or roasted sweet potatoes. Try zucchini or mushrooms instead of eggplant in recipes. And when you do eat nightshades, preparation matters. Cooking can help reduce their potentially irritating compounds. For example, peeling and thoroughly cooking tomatoes and potatoes makes them easier on digestion. In the end, your body is the best guide. By listening to how you feel after eating certain foods, you can discover patterns lead to better health, greater comfort, and fewer frustrating flare-ups. As we age, making thoughtful decisions about what we eat becomes more important than ever. While vegetables are a crucial part of a healthy diet, not all of them are suited for every body, especially one that's changing with age. The 5 vegetables we've explored today, spinach, raw onions and garlic, corn, cruciferous veggies, and nightshades, are not inherently bad, but they can be problematic for many seniors. Maybe you've struggled with unexplained bloating, nagging joint pain, or frequent acid reflux. These symptoms are often brushed off as just part of aging, but your body might actually be reacting to specific foods in your diet. Identifying and adjusting these triggers isn't about giving things up. It's about gaining control over how you feel every day. The good news: for every vegetable that may cause discomfort, there's an alternative that still offers nutrients without the drawbacks. Swap spinach for bok choy, raw onions for roasted ones, corn for zucchini, or tomatoes for cooked beets. Sometimes small change can bring huge relief. Also, remember, preparation matters. Cooking, steaming, or fermenting vegetables can reduce their harsh compounds, making them easier on digestion and more nourishing overall. And as always, moderation is key. You don't need to cut out every food entirely. Just pay attention to how your body responds and adjust accordingly. At the end of the day, healthy eating isn't just about what's good on paper. It's about what makes you feel energized, comfortable, and supported. By listening to your body and making smart swaps, you can continue enjoying food that not only fuels your body but supports your well-being in the long run. Thanks for watching. And here's to better digestion, more comfort, and vibrant health at every age.